Hi, I'm Christopher, and I like to play with toys. Today we're going to be reviewing the SH Figurarts Sasuke Uchiha figure. Here's the front of the box, here's the side of the box, here's the back of the box. Now I gotta say, the painting and the sculpting on this figure looks really show accurate. As you can see with the close-up of this face, it looks exactly like Sasuke Uchiha. But if I were to critique, some of his other faces could use some work. Well, yes, this was one of my first SH Figurarts figures. It just looks bland. That's when you get a set of faces, and if you take these bangs off, ew, you get a Warark face, a Sharingan face, and an angry Sharingan face. But he doesn't just have a multitude of faces, you also get a multitude of hands. You get a pair of fists, a pair of open hands, a pair of relaxed hands, a pair of grabby hands, a pair of clawed hands, a pair of angled grabby hands, and a pair of grabby hands. Now what's Sasuke Uchiha without his grass cutter? Now I gotta say, when you're putting the grass cutter, which is amazingly sculpted and amazingly painted, it's a little too tight in the grabby hand, but I heard if you put a hairdryer to it, it'll be fine. So, guess problem solved? He looks great with it in his hand. If I could just move him a little. Yeah, that's cool. But Sasuke doesn't just get one grass cutter, no. How is he gonna put it in there? Maybe, just maybe, with the sheath, this doesn't go in. Worst figure, 0 out of 10. Okay, apparently this is supposed to replicate a scene from Naruto. Now, I don't want to get copyrighted by the big old jobby, so I'm going to be doing my own royalty-free jazz segment. Let's get this going. I would suggest using the angled grabby hand for this transformation, as it is more sufficient in grabbing the handle. Anyway, back to that royalty-free jazz. And this is basically just from Naruto. It looks wonky, but I think if you get him in the right pose, he'll look good. It also looks really good with the Sharingan eyes. But as you can see, this figure has a case of smallitis, where his eyes are so small you could barely see the art on them. Or maybe I just have horrible lighting. But anyway, this pose is awesome. Time to go on with his other accessory. You get this piece. And apparently, this for some reason is on a ball joint. Yeah, it's on a ball joint and it's removable. But for some reason, when I put this in, this just doesn't feel right. And Sasuke deserves to have his grass cutter in between his back. So screw this, you're not going to need it. Pop this baby back in. Pop this baby back in, and you're perfectly fine to go. And now on top of that, you get a Chidori. Now, attaching this thing is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And may I say, this just looks badass. If you get him in the right pose, I gotta say, this looks just cool. Yeah, this is obviously a cool figure. Let's pray to Mashi Kishimoto that I don't get copyrighted for this, because I think Jabi copyrighted the word swivel. But let's get to the posability. Ball joint at the head, ball joint at the neck, giving him some chicken movement. And every ball joint can be swivel. I must mind you that the back of his hair is shit. Ball joint at his arm, giving him a butterfly joint. Arm can move out. Arm swivel at whatever this is. Double bend, a double elbow joint. Swivel at the arm. A ball joint at the arm. You can get some up and down, and if you move it side to side. Oh no, so every ball joint can be a swivel. Ball joint at his chest. He can look down that. He has a nice arm back. He has a nice crunch. Nice arcing back. Oh, I forgot to do this, but he can look down this far. But I wouldn't recommend it because his hair could go nightmare mode. And you can look up about that far. So barely enough. Anyway, every ball joint can be a swivel. Swivel on the up and down on the parts of his legs. This flap happens to have a whatever. But this is on a ball joint, swivel. Anyway, leg can move that. Leg can move that far front, and leg can move that far back. And praise Mashi Kishimoto, but amazing spread. If you lift this skirt up, well, if you could swing there's a swivel here. There's a ball joint at his leg, which is also a swivel. Double bend at the knee. Swivel at the ankle, swivel at the calf. Down and up, and a toe bend. Now I gotta say, this figure is near perfect. Okay, let me just stretch for complaints. This is too loose. Okay, never mind. That's perfectly fine. This, I don't like. It's honestly pretty disgusting. I'm pretty much the opposite of Jabi at this point, because I'm fine with rubber parts as long as they're done good. But so far. But as you can look at this could use some panel lighting, all my fellow gunpowder builders. Jabi. But yeah. Also, okay, why does this work? Oh, I forgot to mention this, but he also has this, which he could just put in his ass. Anyway, this figure is awesome. I give it 5 uselessnesses. I give it 5 uselessnesses out of 5 ramens. That's Chris's toy review, and I'll see you later, you schmucks.